HR planning for re-entry, stepping back to move forward. We're dealing with what is arguably our biggest challenge of recent times. As business leaders start to prepare their employees to return to work, human resource professionals will be critical to how successfully organisations move on from the chaos of COVID-19. The significant economic uncertainty, along with remote working or furloughed staff, has led to a heightened sense of anxiety for many. Perhaps now is the time to recalibrate and shape the new normal. We will get through this, but when we do, things won't quite be the same. Hello, I'm Kerry Jarrod from Jarrod Consulting. As HR and talent management experts, we wanted to share a few key considerations to help you plan for the future. This series of re-entry videos and articles are aimed at supporting you as lockdown measures are eased, the coronavirus job retention scheme ends, and employees return to the workplace. Here's what we believe you, as strategic HR thinkers, should be addressing in the immediate future. The first question we should all be asking ourselves is, how will our business strategy, goals and operating model need to change? There will no doubt be fundamental changes to the way businesses structure themselves, operate and deliver going forward. Strategy and execution are often detached from one another, and talent, HR and organisational design issues tend to be discussed after financial results and strategic objectives have been reviewed in the boardroom. This is your chance to change that and be involved from the outset. Business leaders will be reconsidering systems, processes and delivery models based on client requirements. It is critical to consider what will be required by way of skills, capabilities and your people's motivation to meet these needs, as well as capacity requirements across different departments. Understanding these factors is the first essential step in determining where your business has competitive advantage, which in turn determines the key HR interventions that will form the basis of your new HR strategy. Remember, any strategic review needs to be an ongoing process, continually checking it's fit for purpose and understood by all. Leading the charge by collaborating across business service functions to support the business as a whole and ensure alignment in priorities will also give you the best chance of reaching your goals. The second question we should be asking is, how can we make sure we bring our people along with us? An essential basis of culture is the purpose of your organisation and the way this is enshrined in all activities and, of course, your strategy. When this crisis is finally behind us, companies' reputations will rest on the ways they have treated all their internal and external stakeholders. Decisions made now will shape perceptions of your corporate identity for years to come. Ensure that any changes to your business strategy are aligned to your values, as this is key to retaining people's loyalty and trust. No one is under any illusion that the coming months won't be tough, but you need your employees to be motivated to help your organisation to not just survive, but thrive. Ask yourself, what behaviours does the organisation value? How do we balance the needs of our people with the needs of our customers? When and how should success be rewarded? How will you measure purpose? And the degree to which it is believed and aligned. The next question is, how do we revisit our psychological contract with our people? Operating at the subconscious level, the psychological contract encompasses the intangible things that people hold dear, personally and professionally. When psychological needs are not met, they often lead to feelings of resentment or resistance. Understanding the psychological elements you hold with your people and the potential impact on these should changes be required to the way people work is critical. Ensure you are able to successfully rebalance and shift this contract to a new level of acceptance. Consider, what will people expect from their career going forward? Will there be more demand for more decentralised, less hierarchical environments where individuals can decide how work gets done? Will people expect to work from home as a norm? What level of support will be required to ensure that the level of interaction with colleagues is set at the right level? And what should be put in place to support well-being and mental health during these changing times? Be open and honest, actively involve others and seek their feedback and participation. This will reduce the barriers and lead to a new way of working which is acceptable to all. The fourth consideration is, how should we engage and communicate with our people? Employee engagement, constant communication and demonstrating your commitment is critical to ensuring you bring your people onto the next phase of the journey with you. Remember, people will detect lip service even when they're working remotely. It's quite likely that the strategic direction of your organisation has changed, or at the very least, how things need to get done will have, thanks to this recent crisis. Keep your people informed and help them to better understand the role they now play in contributing to your company's future. A well thought through communications plan will ensure that the message gets to people in the right way at the right time. You will need to consider that employees are working from home or on furlough leave, or both. Your people will need time to get their logistics in place to support a change in working. Make sure your return to the workplace communications are consistent and supportive. Also, think about how your communications will be received, literally. Will they be via smartphones and messages, or via lengthy emails? Ensure employees know how to raise questions or concerns, and always answer them in a timely manner. Our next point asks, how will we support the well-being of our people? Plenty of employees are eager to return to work, but many are also worried about being able to do so safely. Your people need to be reassured about safety measures, and you will need to find ways to motivate them in a post-lockdown world. It would also be crucial to monitor resilience and well-being at work and detect any signs of fragility. This will mean continuing in the spirit of transparency and empathy that developed during lockdown. Measuring organisational resilience will enable leaders and HR professionals to gain a deeper insight into their organisation's ability to withstand uncertainty and come back stronger. While there are operational and financial elements to this, the most important, yet often overlooked, is the human side of resilience. The effects of self-isolation, financial worries, caring responsibilities and even grief will be felt for some time by many. If you have an employee assistance program, you should ensure that employees can easily access it. The presence of mental health first aiders is becoming increasingly common. If you have them, are they themselves prepared for the return to work and the likely demand on their time? Ask yourself, what will day one look like when your people start to return to your workplace? Explore ways to bring people together, particularly if creating new teams or functions. Allow them time to reconnect with each other without pressure to deliver. The first day back for many people and businesses will be a major disruption to the new life they have created. Many will have adopted new life patterns that will need to be accommodated. The final two areas to think about in this first issue about planning for re-entry point to the skills and capabilities we might need within our organisations in the future. How can our organisation's internal capability deliver our business goals? New digital technologies, data analytics and social networks are having a huge impact on how people communicate, collaborate and work. These changes in how we work are likely to remain for good. As generations collide, workforces will become more diverse, traditional career models may soon be a thing of the past, and many of the roles and job titles of tomorrow will be ones we've not even thought about yet. New skills will see us through an uncertain future. According to the World Economic Forum, as demand for mathematics, computing and data analytics grows, so too will the need for human attributes like creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, complex problem solving, persuasion and negotiation. How will you ensure you have these skills within your business? It's worth remembering that furloughed employees can undertake training so long as this does not involve providing services or generating revenue. And finally, are our leaders equipped to manage this transition? What your business leaders do during this time will define your organisation and its culture for the foreseeable future. While they are facing huge challenges, more than ever, empathetic leadership is key. Are your leaders equipped to manage this transition? They will need to build trust and confidence, understanding employees' needs and empowering them to contribute to the new normal. Developing resilience and a coaching style of leadership will be critical. Now is the time to plan and develop support for your leaders a great deal of which can be delivered virtually, of course. Employees are likely to be looking to them and HR for answers, but be honest in times of uncertainty. We don't always know what the answer is. Adaptive and consistent communication is key. Leadership and HR visibility is critical right now. There is undoubtedly a lot to do, but being seen and demonstrating leadership from the front and not from behind a closed door, even a virtual one, is essential. That's it for our first issue. We hope you have found it useful. A more detailed article with links to other resources can be found on our website, jaredconsulting.com. And for more advice and pointers on preparing for re-entry, look out for the next video in our series and more detailed article to follow. If you would like to discuss how you can best prepare, we would love to hear from you. Our contact details can be found here and on our website.